Hey guys, Carl from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to take a look at the outro solo for Follow Me Up by Keaggy. Now this is got a couple licks in it that are obviously very improvised and really kind of all over the place. So they're not very clear on the album. So it's hard to get an exact, but we'll do our best here. But we'll start at the beginning here. We have. So that's pretty easy to get. So we have whole step bend to the 10th fret, then release that bend, pick 10 again, 8, 10, then 8, then over to the 9 on the G. Then we have, that's a hammer on from 7 to 9 on the G, bend and release, and pick the 9. Alright, now we have this cool lick. That is basically pick 9 on the D, then pick 7 on the G, and slide down to the 6th fret. Then pick 9, 7 on the D. Then jump back to the 5th fret on the D string with your 2nd finger. And pick hammer from 5 to 6. Then grab the 4th fret on the G with your 1st finger. Do that hammer 5 to 6 again on the D. And the pinky at the 7th fret on the A's. Alright, next phrase. So we have, that's kind of a raking across the string, so you can kill the notes with your palm, leading into that high E string. So you play 10, 9, 7 on the high E, then 10, 7 on the B, then 7 on the G, and then hammer on 7 and 9. Quick and come and grab the 8 on the B, back to the 9th on the G. Alright, this next lick. So that is a 15 on the B string to the 14th fret on the G, back to the 12th on the B. Then you're gonna pull off 14 to 12 on the G, over to 14 on the D. So we have. Alright, then basically do the same lick again, but with the notes that appear in the E minor scale, E minor pentatonic scale, starting on the G strings. We have 14 on the G over to 14 on the D, back to 12 on the high E, on the G string, and then pull off 14 to 12 on the D to 14 on the A string. And then it just goes, slide down to the 10th fret from the 12th, slide from 12 to 14, and then back from 12 down to 10. Actually, just grab that 10 without sliding down to the very last one. Then we have this. That is just kind of standard, basic pentatonic. 14 on the A, 12, 14 on the D. Then the 12 on the G string, little slight bend. Then 14, 12, 14 on the D and the A string, all the way down to the 15th fret on the low E string. All right, then we have this big lick that I was talking about earlier that's kind of all over the place. So the best way we can kind of work it out is we know he's going through, just kind of going forward in the E minor scale, and you can pick up kind of the areas that he's going to, but every time you see him play live, it's probably something different. But we have, it does start, So we're gonna hang out that same little bend there, the G string, come down 14, 12, all the way down, just like we did the previous lick, to the 15th fret on the low E. Then come up, just kind of hammer on all the way up to the all the notes in the E minor pentatonic up to the B string. Then slide up to the 17th fret. All right, then we just kind of do this. He's up here now in this position, and just go just 19, 17 on the high E to the 20th fret on the B, then back to 17 on the high E, then 20, 17 on the B. Then slide into the 16th fret on the G string and grab the 15th fret on the B. Alright, so right here, you can just kind of do your standard blues licks, because he basically goes down, as he gets down to lower strings, it sounds just like mush. So it's just, you know, he's just kind of going for it. So basically just kind of do some hammer-ons and pull off on these low strings on here. That's all you're going to really have to do to kind of make it sound like it. Alright, and then he catches it back with this bend. So that's a whole step bend and release at the 15th fret on the B, then a half step bend and release at the 14th fret, whole step bend and release at the 10th. So then we have this. All right, so we have, so that's a hammer on from 8 to 10 on the B, over the 7th fret on the high E, then a bend and release, whole step bend at the 8th fret on the B, 7, 8, 7, then 9, 7 on the G. Then slide down 9 to 7 on the D, 5th fret on the D, and slide back up to the 9. And then, which is just 5, 7, 5 on the D, to 7 on the A. Then back to the 5th fret on the D, and slide into the 9th fret on the G string. All right, then it's really starting to fade out now. The song, he kind of hangs out on this. This is kind of the octave lower of what we were doing earlier. Just 5th fret on the B string. Just doing a quick like hammer-ons and pull-offs at the 8th fret. And he starts trilling it, and then you can just, he raises the pitch of this trill. And I believe he uses a strat, so you know, you just basically go behind the headstock and push down that B string while you're doing that trill, and that's what kind of raises the pitch up and down. Alright, so that's about it for Follow Me Up. It's a pretty cool, you know, 70s instrumental and stuff, but it's got a lot of cool techniques in it. A lot of bends. There's a lot of cool phrasing that you can learn from. I hope you enjoyed it. See you again soon. Bye-bye.